Hello everyone, good evening. We're gonna just sit for 1 minute. So just quiet your mind down. Try to focus on your body. Try to watch your breathing. Just knowing is enough. Knowing that I'm breathing. Knowing that I'm breathing in. Knowing that I'm breathing out. Try to be one with your body. Relax. Your mind's going to drift away, so just ask your mind very, very politely, please come back. One more breath. One breath at a time. Okay. So tonight, 6 o'clock, we're going to be doing our training, a mindfulness, fitness, meditation training, exclusively from a sitting position. We're going to start with some joint exercise, warm up our joints. So put your hands out, hold your hands together, focus on the wrist, put your elbows up, and try to rotate only the wrist, but do it slow, okay? Do it slow. There's a reason for that. I'll explain in a minute. Do it very slow, very mindful of your wrist. Try to observe the changes in your body. The heat the other way, the sweat, the pain maybe, the numbness. These are combinations of the 4 basic elements: the earth, the wind, the water, and the fire. Now you put your hands down. We always start from 0. Sit up straight, put your elbows up. We're going to be doing joint exercise with the elbow. Again, rotate very slowly. Very slowly. The other way. Focus on your joint. Observe the change. The heat, the sweat, the pain, the numbness. Now put your hands down. Open your shoulder. We're going to be working on the shoulder. Again, very slow. As slow as you can do it. Stretch. Open your shoulder. Bring it back down. Up. Stretch. Open your shoulder. Bring it down. Up again. Stretch your spine. Stretch your elbow down. The other way. Open the shoulder. Stretch up. And down. Don't try to do it slow, okay? Don't try to do it fast. Do it slow. Come down. Open your shoulder. Straight up and down. Again, mindful of your shoulder. The changes in your shoulder. Now, we're going to do it from front to back. Open. Back. Open your shoulder. Straight up. Stretch. Open your shoulder, straight up, stretch, open your shoulder. All right, now we're going to do it from back to front. Start with your hands in the back, go up very slow and down, go from the back to the top, stretch, and then to the front, from the back to the top and to the front. One more time. Straight up and down. Going to do what's called a double blade. This comes from the Shaolin martial art. It's as if you're holding 2 swords. Now, try to keep your left hand stationary. Okay, we're training our mind as well, our brain, 2 halves of the brain, 1 half at a time. Keep your left hand stationary. The right hand goes, make a big circle all the way back. Feel the pain in your shoulder. Now go to the left. Keep your right hand stationary all the way back and to the left. Right. Again, do it slow. Do it slow. And to the left. One more time. To the right. And to the left. The difference between doing it fast and doing it slow is that if you do it fast, you're exercising the muscle and the tendon. If you do it slow, then you're exercising your connecting tissues, right? Something that people call fascia. Fascia is basically collagen, is what we call viscoelastic material. The difference between elastic and viscoelastic is that in viscoelastic material, if you try to do it fast, it actually becomes stiff. It's what we call velocity sensitive, right? So what we want to do is exercise what's called the connecting tissue, the casing, if you will, that wraps around the entire body, the muscle, the tendon, the inner organs, and all that. So we want to do it slow. Now we want to throw arms, okay? We're more or less done with the joint now. So we want to throw arms. We want to use some mechanical energy, let it propagate, some vibration propagate to the arms. So this also comes from the martial art. So look up to the left, take your fists, and when you throw, open your arms, open your hands, straighten up your elbow, bring your shoulder, okay? But follow the hand, up, up, down. This opens your shoulder, down, up. Feel the vibration when you reach the end, down, down, up, up, down, down. We're going to do one more time. Up, up, down, down. This is how the Shaolin monk practice the punches, is that they want to punch like that. Okay, we'll continue. Right, left, right, and left. Now 2 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up straight. Mindful of your spine all the way up to your neck. I'm going to put the hands, 2 hands, lock your fingers in the back of your head. Lower your head first so that you're looking down. Now very gently, gradually bring down the neck, force the neck, and then resist the pull with your neck, but do it very gently. One, little by little, little by little. And then now turn to the left. Come back. Turn to the right. Come back. And then now let go gradually. Gradually, gradually. Let the connecting tissue react. Now we take the right hand, go to the back of an ear. You feel the skull. Now go down until you don't feel bones anymore. There's a soft spot. Now take the 4 fingers, just press on it as if you're pressing into a pillow. Okay, now press on it. Just keep it there. Keep it there. Don't rub the skin, just keep the pressure. Keep the pressure and then release. Move it a little bit. Do the same thing. Press down as hard as you can, as firm as you can. Don't move the fingers. And then relax. Same thing. On the right hand side, start with the back of the ear where the skull is. Go down until you don't see the skull. And you press down. And then release. Move it a little bit. Press down. And release. Okay, now open your shoulder, take your right hand, put that on top of your shoulder. The fingertips now touches the bone, right? Go down, further down from the bone. Again, there's soft. Push down with your forefingers. Put some pressure, just the pressure. Just the pressure. And then release. Move it a little bit. Press down again. And release. Do that to the right hand side. Put the hand on the shoulder first. Go down. Find the spot just beyond the bone. Press down. Release. Find a different spot. Press down. And release. So what you're doing is you're breaking the adhesion between the connecting tissue, like this network of collagen and the muscle. Okay? So if you have any kind of pain and you go to the doctor and they can't find it, they put you through X-ray, MRI, whatever, and they can't find anything. It's because collagens are invisible. All right, now we're going to stretch the rest of the body. We're going to start with the front, what we call the conception, or what I would like to call the well, anyway, conception is good, and then governing. And the back, it coincides with the spine, so it's easy to do. The front, we have to kind of do it by deep breathing. So put your hands together, focus on your fingers, bring that up as you take a deep breath through your nostril. Rotate the hands so the palms are facing up. Breathe out, use your nostril. Stretch your fingers, feel the pressure on your fingers, your wrists and your elbow. Unlock your fingers, go down with the palm facing sideways. Relax. Second time, breathe in, breathe out, stretch, open, sideways. Last time, breathe in, go up, stretch, bend your wrist, go down. Now, this time we're going to work on the spine. Go up, same thing, feel the fingers, the wrist, the elbow. Now pull your spine as if you're elongating your spine by an inch. Stay there, and then go back, lean back, back to the center. Don't let it go. To the left. Your head goes with it, okay? So your entire spine is being stretched to the side, to the right, back to the middle. One more time, to the left, back to the middle. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Keep it in tension, okay? To the right, back to the middle, and then slowly let go of your fingers. Right hand stays on top. The palm of your right hand touches the back of your left shoulder. Left hand grabs the elbow. Sit up straight. Bend to the left. Bend the spine, okay? Now reverse. Left hand touching the right shoulder. Right hand grabs the elbow. Sit up straight. Now go to the right. And back and relax. Okay, and now we're going to start working on this side, because what we want to do is we want to work from the fingertips all the way to the toes. The fingertips, last time I talked about the energy lines. There's 6 energy lines, correspond to 6 vital organs. There's another 6 that corresponds to another 6 vital organs, a total of 12. So we're going to work on this one. So bring your left hand up, palms facing up. Right hand, hold it in between the fingers and the palm. Do it slow. Bend it. Feel the pressure on your wrist. Very slow. And then bring it down, all the way down. Now push. Push the elbow out. Stay at that position. Eyes looking ahead. Bring the entire arm up, but keep the pressure all the way up until the eyebrow. Stay there, and then let go very gently. Right hand side. Again, the palm facing up. Hold it by the finger and the palm. Go down, bend the wrist, and then push the elbows out. Stay in that configuration. Now bring it up very slowly all the way to the eyebrow, and then let it go. Okay, so it's very different from the normal kind of stretching where you're just like chewing a lot of mechanical forces, and because when you do that, you're only working on the muscle and the tendon. You're not working on the connecting tissue, right? The connecting tissues are a strange kind of material. They used to make these. They used to make tennis racket out of these connecting tissue. Of course, they get it from the cow, and it's very, very amazing. Actually, much of the Chinese medicines works on this connecting tissue, this fascia, including acupuncture. So when they stick a needle, they're not really sticking a needle as much as they're going down to that layer, and then once they go down, they actually turn it. So they put tension. They try to release the tension between the connecting layer, connecting and the muscle. Okay, all right. We continue. So now we're gonna pet, pet the energy points, and we do that by holding what we call the empty hand. So there's a pocket of air, and so when you hit it, you're actually pushing air, and so you're using this acoustic coupling to transfer mechanical energy into your body. And you do it at these energy points. It's like you have a guitar and you're just like plucking the guitar, right? You're transferring energy from one instrument to another. So you think of your body as an instrument, and you're just like creating resonance. The first one is on top of the shoulder. The on top of the shoulder has one energy point here, which is tied to one of the meridian, the gallbladder one, and then a very important point here, which is the gate of the cloud, which runs down to your arm, to your thumb, that has to do with your lung. So first we have to open these 2 points, okay? Before we do that, I forgot this one very important part. Put your hands out. This really opens those. And then now think of your fingers as these springs, and you hold the springs with your thumb. You lock your elbow, and then you go. All the force come from the fingers, and then you feel the vibration. Okay. Now this will eventually work all the way back to here. Okay. So get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put your hands down. Continue. Now we're going to open up these 2 points. We do that by focusing on a shoulder. We bring up a shoulder to our ears, and then we lift up the entire body. Then we open up that shoulder, turn it towards the back, and now you review these 2 points right here. So you can put your fingers there when you do that. It's just like a dimple. Okay, so these are the 2 energy points. So now we take our thumb and a middle finger. We're joining 2 of the energy line, the one that has to do with the lung and the one that has to do with the pericardium. We call this the Lotus Hand. We now put it right here. We sit up straight, and when we swing out the arms, we open the fingers, we stretch out the elbow, and with the back of the hand facing the camera. Okay, get ready, focus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to work on these energy lines, and ultimately they're divided into 3 sections. What's above the diaphragm, what's below the diaphragm but above the belly button, and then what's below the belly buttons. Okay, so right now our focus is on the upper third, which has to do with the lung and the heart. So this is actually called triple warmer, and it's just how it's translated. One, the upper one, the middle one, and the lower one. Okay, so when I talk about the 6 energy lines, I talk about the thumb. The thumb is being the lung, the middle finger being the pericardium, which is the muscle and the vein outside of the heart, and then the pinky has to do with the heart. But in this case, it's more to do with the gland that sits on top of the heart. This is where the happy hormone comes from. Then in addition, there's 3 more that they don't necessarily start with the fingertips, but they're the small intestines, the large intestines, and then something called the triple warmer, which the Chinese consider to be a separate organ that has to do with everything that's in here. So this is really like the connecting tissue. It's the fascia that really holds all the organs together. So the Chinese actually believe that that's a separate organ. So we're going to be working on all that, right? Open your shoulder, reveal this energy point. Now we put a hand on top of the shoulder. We look to the right, fingers on top of the shoulder, and the palm of the hand pushing on this gate of the cloud with the empty hand, okay? And then we listen, and then we wake up, and then we continue. But every time we do this, we maintain the empty hand and we listen intensely with the ear, okay? So okay, now to the right, same thing, fingers on top, palm pushing on this point right here. With the right ear, listen, wake up, continue. Okay. Now, when we finish, I'm going to mention a few things for their caregivers or care providers or care partners who are out there who spend a big chunk of the days taking care of their elderly fathers or elderly parents or elderly grandparents, okay? Because I myself have to do that. And so there are a couple of places where you can really help someone who not well, okay? So this is one of them. This is one of them. Now we're going to do the next one. Next one, we lift up our left arm, take the elbow, put that on top of the head, pinch the top of the ear, and then stretch the armpit. The armpit is the heart. Okay, this is actually the one that connects to the gland that puts out happy hormone. Okay, so right hand. Empty hand, one time, wake up, continue. The other side, put it on top of your head, grab your ear, sit up straight, left hand, empty hand. Turn the head slightly so you can listen with your right ear. Wake up. Continue. Okay, relax a little bit. Continue to work on this upper warmer, this heart and lung. And this is the magical point where all three of them comes together. Two on top, one on the side. Put up your hand at eye level, elbow above the heart. Right hand, empty hand, fingers on top, side of the hand on the side. One time, wake up, continue. Right hand side, open. Left hand, empty hand, fingers on top, palm of the hand on the side. Listen, wake up, continue. Okay. So this morning I talked about the word qi. The word qi has so many different meanings because Chinese language is such that one word can mean anything you want, depending on how you conjugate it. One of the ways that you will use the word qi is when you have two opposing army, and just by the way they position themselves, by the morale, by the supply, you already can tell which one wins. And we describe that using the word qi. So in a way, this thing called qi, all it is when all your components are working in together as a team. All the things are balanced. Okay, so that would be like the army that's winning, and you actually do have that energy when you do that. Okay, and when we say proper qi, that's when all your body, your yin and yangs are all balanced. And when we say improper qi, that's actually the virus. The Chinese medicine traditionally doesn't have the concept of immunity, immune system. It's just a matter of proper and improper. Okay, so now we work on the upper body. It's all done, lungs and the heart. I do this every day, and so I benefit from this. I really feel like I'm walking around with the armor. And in fact, the martial artists, the Shaolin artists, they took this technique. This technique came from one of the Bodhidharma's teaching about 1600 years ago. But then afterwards, the Shaolin monks, they took that and they evolved this. And then eventually it became something like what's called the iron cloth. And I don't know if some of you might not know that, where it is actually an armor around them that you can pierce them with knives. You can do that, and it's just an armor. So this, of course, is not that, but it's similar. Okay. So now we work on the lung and the heart. The next thing we're going to work on is the lower part, which is the kidney and the bladder. They actually appear. Okay. So the Chinese medicine, they have a slightly different definitions of these organs, and they pair them together. So they pair the kidney with the bladder, they pair the liver with the gallbladder, and then they pair the stomach with the spleen. Okay, so we're going to work on these. So you all know where the kidneys are. It's right here, right in the back. I don't have to turn around. I think you know. And then there's another spot on top. Okay, on top. And that has to do with the gallbladder. All right. So we do this. We work on the top with the center of a palm, and we work on the back with the back of the hand. So just follow. You see it? Okay. Just do it. Just do it. It looks a lot more complicated, but once you do it, it's pretty simple. Okay? All right. Now, put your feet out. we can continue to work on these energy lines, and we're almost there. Okay, so there's an energy line that goes on this outside that has to do with gallbladder, and then there's one that goes inside, which has to do with the liver. Open your shoulder, open your knee. Inside the knee, don't touch the knee, but inside the knee, divide it into 3 parts. Start with the middle part. Now move inside. Now go outside, but not yet to the knee, okay? Close your knee on the outside. So inside there's 3 points. In between, just locate 2 points on the outside. Inside. Outside. Now to the knee. Go down. In the middle. Go further down. Open the knee, middle, and further down. Okay, now sit back. Look at the bottom of your left foot. Okay, I hope you can see it. Start, ignore the toes for a minute. Just look at the length of your foot. Go 1/3 down. There's like a soft spot. Okay, so just massage that. This is your kidney. Now, kidneys obviously are very important. The Chinese believe that the kidneys is responsible for, I would just say, reclamation. It's the organ that reclaims all your nutrient before you before it becomes urine. So, if you have problem with your kidney, you lose all your vitality. Right? So this is very important. So one more thing, make a knuckle. And just go there with your knuckle. It hurts, but it's really good pain. And okay, now to the left, to the right, sorry, and massage the bottom. Massage the bottom. You don't have to do it like that. I'm going to show you how you can just do it like this, okay? Just put your feet in the front and do it like this. So. Okay, all right. Massage that point. We call that the rushing spring. It's the one that touches the ground that absorbs energy from the earth. Okay, we call this the ground. Then we have the man to man, and then we have the top to the sky. So, as I said, I am a caregiver, not a full-time one, fortunately. My mom is full-time. They both in the mid-80s, and my father has quite a bit of repeating problems. Diabetic, dementia, you name it. So anyway, he suffered a mild seizure on Thursday morning. That's why I had to cancel class. And then yesterday was pretty tough. And this morning I went over there and I first massaged the bottom of his feet while he's lying in his bed. So if you're a caregiver, this is what you do. You massage the bottom of the feet like I show you. And then I have him sit upright and I pat on the shoulder using my hand, both sides. Then I go to the back and I pat on the back here, which I show you, and I pat on the kidney. And then I come back and then I work on his feet. And that gave him a lot of energy. Gave him a lot of energy. And my mom was amazed. My mom was, she's amazed every time anyway. Okay? And now we're going to massage the center of the palm. These two are very magical. They're the only two energy points in the body that can give out energy as much as it's receiving energy. So this is the healing part. This is where you do self-healing as well as you heal others. Okay, massage that. And finally, at the top of the head, sit up straight, lean back, chins down, and then just put 10 fingers on top and very gently tap that. Okay, this is a very important point. It points to the heaven, points to the cosmos, and it's called the 100 gathering. There's also 5 of the meridians actually meet on top. Okay, so so in case it seems like my mind is distracted today compared to last Saturday, in addition to my dad, my mother-in-law was in the hospital as well. Luckily, everything went well, and such is the life. Okay, all right. So, but these skills, if you're someone who cares for someone else, these skills are very, very powerful, very, very powerful. Of course, first you have to learn it. Okay, now, so we did most of it. 12. We can do more when we stand, but again, I want to focus on sitting down. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to work on the front and the back. And before we do that, we have to learn to do deep breathing. Okay, so we're going to do some deep breathing exercise. Since we're sitting, it's not as efficient as when we do it standing up. So I want to try a different way, which is we do some calibration. Okay, so we're going to spend 1 minute doing some calibration. So what we call Dantian element, there's actually 2 energy points here. One is about 2 fingers from your belly button, and then another one is about 4 fingers from your belly button. So actually, if you do 1 finger and then put your hands there, you cover those 2 perfectly. Sit up straight. We're going to spend 1 minute. Just observe your breath. This is a baseline, just calibration. Okay. See if you can feel your stomach moving as you breathe in. See if you can feel your stomach moving as you breathe out. Just focus on that. And if it's not very apparent, it's okay. We're going to improve. This is just a baseline. Just stay focused on your breath. See if you can sense any movement on your stomach. Just 1 minute. Okay, now that's just the baseline. All right, so we're going to start these breathing exercise. Sit up straight, relax, let go of your mind, and then just let your hand rise in front of you. Bring it back, go down, relax, and then bring it back up. Bring it towards your body, bring it down, relax. Okay? It's just that simple. Now we're going to coordinate that with our breathing. we need to breathe in and breathe out with our nostril, not with our mouth. Keep your mouth closed. And when we breathe, we want to breathe slow, deep, and steady. Okay? Relax. Bring your hands up. Breathe in. Bring your hands towards your body. Breathe out. Relax. Start again. Breathe in. Bring your hands in and breathe out. One more time. In. Bring it towards your body and breathe out. And relax. One more time. Bring it up. And now put your hands one in front of another. Breathe out. All the way out. Open your shoulder. And then now breathe in. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. Relax. Bring your hands up. Cross your hand. Breathe out. Close your arm. Breathe in. Bring your hands towards your body. Breathe out. And relax one more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Bring it towards your body. Breathe out. Now relax. Again, put your hands on your belly. We're going to breathe for 1 minute and see if there's any difference. As you breathe in, your diaphragm starts to expand, opens up your stomach. As you breathe out, your diaphragm is contracting, your stomach goes in. Relax, just watch your breathing. See if you can sense any movement on your stomach. Relax, open your eyes. It's a game, right? We just want to see improvement. The next one is called balloon breathing. So imagine there's a huge beach balloon in front of you. Embrace. And then open. Lean back a little bit. Embrace. And open. Now coordinate with your breathing. As you embrace the beach ball, breathe in with your nose, breathe deep, steady, and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now put your hands down. Again, put your hands just one finger below the belly button. Sit up straight. Pay attention to your breathing. And notice that it's a little bit more prominent this time. As you breathe in, your diaphragm is being pushed down. Your stomach expands. As you breathe out, your diaphragm goes up to push the air out. Relax. Breathe deep, breathe long, and breathe steady. Deep, long, and steady. Okay, open your eyes. Now to the third set. You see improvement, right? It's encouraging, huh? Okay, the third set is called butterfly. You put your hands out like this, like the butterfly. You follow your hands, go down. And the hand goes up, all the way up. Lift your spine, the back of the hand touching. Go back down. And then open again, go up. And now we coordinate with the breathing. Use your nose. Remember now, breathe long, deep, and steady. Okay? Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. It's a very simple exercise, but very effective. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Usually when I get to this part, I'm so comfortable that I don't know how to stop. Breathe out. We're going to stop after 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now put your hands down. One more time. Put your hands on your belly. One finger below the belly button. Sit up straight and just breathe naturally. When you breathe in, you notice that your stomach is expanding. When you breathe out, you notice that your stomach is collapsing because your diaphragm is start to have muscle memory. Okay, we're going to do one last one. It's called the push hand. Put your hands in the front. Imagine that there's a water wheel. You bring the water wheel in and you push down. And then you go up again. And then you push down. And then you go up again. Now you breathe in, down, and relax. Let the air come out on its own. And you breathe in, push it down, and then relax. Let the air come out. Go pull it in, and when you go down, you don't breathe. Just push down, relax, and then you breathe out. You start again. The trick is when you finish breathing, you just push down. Follow your hand. After a while, you feel that there's a balloon that goes down with you, and it's pushing the oxygen into your lower part of your abdomen, where all your kidneys and your liver and all those things are. So this is really good exercise. Relax, down, breathe in, down, relax, breathe in, down, and relax, breathe in, down, and relax. So why is it important that we do these deep breathing, this abdominal breathing, what I call it? Essentially, you're exercising the diaphragm, right? So why is it important that I keep saying breathe deep, breathe slow, and breathe steady? Because this diaphragm, again, is viscoelastic. If you do it fast, it won't move. It becomes stiffened. And so you have to do it very slow, very deep, and you open up this diaphragm, you increase the lung capacity. But more important than that is that you're using the diaphragm to push down on this thing called a middle burner. Remember I said that there's 2/3, there's 3/3, 1/3, 2/3, and then the low one. The one on the bottom and the one on the top is much easier to exercise because they are encased by bones, right? You have the rib cage and then you have the hip bone. The one in the middle is much harder to exercise. But you must exercise that because you want to activate the parasympathetic nerve. What we have, we have a autonomous system called the sympathetic nerve, which is when we sense danger, our brain goes into automatic pilot. It sends a signal to our adrenal gland, sends out all this stress hormone. It goes into the liver, and then the liver sends it to the heart, pumps the heart, and then the liver opens up and sends out the triglyceride, and then it shuts down the digestive system, shut down your reproductive system, dries up your saliva glands, all kinds of things, because you're in danger. You want to survive. The problem is that there's no off button. And so modern people, we are under 24/7, and then we develop these problems like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, adrenal disorder, and all that. And so the only way you can get out of that is to activate the parasympathetic nerve, and you do that by massaging your middle part using the diaphragm. Okay? So we're going to spend 1 minute, focus on that breathing, try to bring it back. And if you don't know how to bring it back, there's a trick. You open your mouth, you blow air, steady, long, and deep. You blow air as much as you can, and then you relax. And then now you feel that the air is coming through the nostril. You do it again, you blow air through your mouth, blow air as much as you can, empty your stomach. You feel how your stomach collapses as you do that. You relax, you let go, air comes through the nostril, stomach expands. Now the stomach is in automatic mode. You keep focusing on your stomach. As soon as you know that you want to breathe in, open the stomach. And then as soon as you know that you want to breathe out, collapse the stomach. So you're not sucking air, okay? You don't want to do that. You don't want to use the nostril to drive the stomach. You want to use the stomach to help the nostril. Okay, try that. This is deep breathing exercise, massaging all your inner organs. Now, it turns out that as you do that, you're generating electricity because the connecting tissues around all your inner organs are piezoelectric. So as you exercise them, they generate electricity. Now what we want to do is we want to circulate those electrons, and we do that using our brain. Sit up straight. As you breathe in, you feel the freshness of the air that's coming in. You feel the positive energy. Try to bring all that positive energy to the top of your head. As you breathe out, you collapse your stomach. You try to bring all that negative energy away from your head, go down. As you breathe in, open your stomach, go up to the top of the head. As you breathe out, go to the bottom, all the way down to your stomach. And then just go up and down, up and down. Breathe in, go up. Breathe out, come down. Remind yourself of the freshness of the air that comes into your nostril. You equate that with positive energy and bring it to your top of the head. As you breathe out, you sense the dampness of the air, the wasted air, and you equate that with negative energy and take it away from your head and go down. Try to do that, okay? We're going to stay with that, and then we're going to do 3 minutes worth of what we call the Microcosmic Orbit. So for now, just breathe in, bring it to the top of the head, breathe out, bring it to the bottom of your torso, upper torso. Just cycle it up and down, up and down. Try to stay focused on your breathing. As you go up, bring the body with you, straighten up your spine, relax your shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in your chin. As you come down, relax. Once again, go up, bring the body with you, come down and relax. As you're getting accustomed to that, we're going to add a little bit more detail. As you go up, start at the bottom of your spine and then bring that, as you breathe in, this focus start to shift from the bottom of your spine to the upper part of your spine, to the back of your neck, to the back of your head, to the top of your head. And then as you breathe out, go from the forehead down to the bridge of your nose. And the tip of the tongue should be touching where the teeth meets the roof of the mouth. That way, as you come down, the electrons will flow through your tongue to your chin, to your chest, to your stomach, all the way down. And then when you breathe in again, go up from the spine. Okay, we got, let's do that for 3 minutes. Do the best you can. Commit yourself to 3 cycles. And then relax, and then start again. From the bottom of your spine, all the way up, step by step. Focus, focus, and relax at the same time. Okay, we got 1 more minute left. So commit yourself for that 1 minute. Stay with the technique. Stay with the orbit from the bottom of your spine all the way up to the top of the head. Come down slowly and then go back up. There's only 1 minute left. You can do this. You can absolutely do this. Okay, open your eyes. So most people associate this technique, this microcosmic orbit, with the Taoists. But actually, the reality is that in China, it's very hard to separate the Taoists from the Buddhists or from the Confucius. It's actually 3 in 1. Okay? In fact, the Taoists actually learned meditation from Bodhidharma. They were alchemists before that. In fact, the word Dan, we always use the word Dan Ten. Ten is the field. Dan means red. That's the original meaning of red. It's when the original Taoists, they make pill, right, using heavy metal, and then they have to preserve it with wax. And so that's the pill, is in red color. And so that as they progress from what's called the outer Dan to the inner Dan, they retain that word, right? And actually, there's a parallel to that. I forgot the Europeans does that too, right? Anyway, so this is a really good technique. It's really, really good for your health. Two part. One part is just the fact that you're constantly moving the diaphragm. Well, three part. You're moving the diaphragm, you're increasing your lung capacity. That's one. You are exercising your inner organs. That's two. And then you generate electricity, and then you're using your brain wave to direct the electricities. And then as it circulates, essentially you have magnetic resonances. It's the same as MRI, basically, magnetic resonance, and it causes the rest of the body, they're gonna fall into place. It's extremely good for your health, okay? Okay, so massage. Always after a meditation, you want to massage, because as you get good at meditation, your face start to get all kinds of different feeling. You want to kind of wake up your body. So massage the side, the bottom, the temple, the ear loop, the top of the head, either using fingers or using the palm like I do. Massage. Bring the body back to life, okay? Now, 2 fingers from the corner of your eye to the corner of your mouth. There's a lot of energy points, very sensitive. Okay, now using your thumb from what we call this the corner of your eye, and then we call this the tail, right? So go very gently. Very gently. And then now the other side, very gently. Now use your index finger, and start here. Okay, I have short eyebrow, but you need to start right here. Okay, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze. Now, right here, 1/3 of the way down. Use 2 fingers, so it's not too much pressure. Okay. Now, 1 fingers at a time. Pull your fingers as hard as you can. Okay. Now sit properly, straighten up your back, open your shoulder, bring your hands out, focus on the elbow. You want to take any remaining air from the bottom of your lung, where the air that has no oxygen, we want to take that out. There's no good that comes out of that, right? Okay. So, hi Josh.
Hey Denny, how's it going? Sorry to hear about your challenges, but you're well prepared for them, right?
One day at a time. You accept them.
Caregivers.
You just accept them as they are. It's the reality of life.
Indeed.
Any good questions I missed from the?
There's one by Noor asking about carpal tunnel.
Yeah. Okay. So this is something very dear to me. You can imagine I spend well, I'm retired now, but even now I do a lot of I spend a lot of time on computers. I write, I edit video, I do all kinds of things. So back in the days when I was working for a living, I used to run my own company, and so you can imagine how much time I spent on the keyboard. And so carpal tunnel starts right here, right, on the entire arm. Now, then related to that is something called Foshan shoulder, right? Or for some reason the Chinese call that the 50. You know, when you reach the age of 50, they start to have Foshan shoulder. Those all have to do with qi. They all have to do with qi. Now, you can get scientific and you can say, well, what exactly is that? What exactly is qi? So I cannot explain it 100%, but I can tell you this. So when Master does Yi Jing Jing, there's this thing that he does where he folds his hand and then he push, and then you can hear the sound that makes like this. You can hear across the room, right, Josh? You heard that, right?
You know, I have to listen again, but I know that he has such force with his hands that all his knuckles are cracking.
Yeah, yeah.
Other.
So you have to ask, where does that sound come from? Well, he's breaking the adhesion between the fascia, which is the connecting tissue right underneath the skin and the fat, and in between that and the muscle. So when you have carpal tunnel or when you have frozen shoulder, is because you're not doing any exercise. Your chi is blocked. Okay. Scientifically, it basically says that you have inflammation on the connecting layer, connecting the connecting issue, and so this is personal experience. I have frozen shoulder. I have carpal tunnel. I do this 50 times in the morning, 50 times at night. That's all I do. This one helps too. These two really helps, and so you just have to believe that they're not muscle, okay? They're not muscle. They're really that fascia. That is that unknown thing called the fascia or the connecting tissue. It helps me. It helps me just 50 times. Really give it everything you got. Go like this. Everything you got. 50 times in the morning, 50 times before you go to bed. If you want to add this, that helps too. But this one really helps me.
I know some folks do myofascial release.
Yeah.
And there's yoga's targeted at that as well.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah.
Denny's doing is a good supplement or even, parallel.
Yeah. 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 So right. Is that a squeeze of the finger? No, it's not a squeeze as much as that you're using your finger like springs. Okay, so you're using your thumb as a trigger. You hold down your four fingers, and then the four fingers like springs that go like this. Okay, you can hear it. You see, you can hear it, right? Okay, let me go back. So this was from Linoa, I think if I pronounce it right. Yeah, so carpal tunnel hurts like crazy. Okay, and the problem with carpal tunnel is that you don't even know where it is. It's like you have a bunch of ants just crawling up and down your elbow, and they migrate. They go from here to there. It's horrible, and this finger really hurts. It's just the mechanical energy vibration that travels back into your arm all the way back to your shoulder. It helps with carpal tunnel, helps with frozen shoulder. And if you go to a Chinese doctor, they just said that your qi is bad. It's time for you to pay. Okay, anything else? Siska says, you can't see my right foot. Which one is my right foot? Oh, this one. Which part? When okay. Yeah. Anything else possible for this recording?
I think that was during a specific exercise that I don't know. I can't remember exactly when it was.
Okay. Well, I have a chance to. I usually watch this again. It's recorded only for me by Insight Timer, so I usually go through all the comments. So if I have to, I will answer it next time. If it's
But,
something very.
the comments, the videos. Lisa also asked, where can we see the daily practice videos? And
Yes.
again,
Yes. Yes.
So you can say if it's just the audio, it's dennyKmu.com/. YouTube, and that'll link right to the YouTube page with all the videos.
Yeah, so everything is posted on YouTube, Facebook. So, oh, massaging the kidney point. Okay, okay. So the question, Christina. Okay, so I my culture doesn't allow me to point my bottom of my feet towards the audience. Okay, so I have to point it sideways. All right. So forget the toe from the top to the bottom. 1/3. And you can just put your finger there. See, it's just right between two muscle, and it's just like inside, right here, right here. You can do this. You can do this. I'm telling you, man. I went to see my dad this morning. He was just lying in bed. My mom was really concerned. She said he has no energy. So I walk up to him. I say hi. You know, it helps if you hug him too. I don't know which one helps better. Anyway, I'm going out of focus. Anyway, so I said, can I massage your feet? And so I just do this, and then it sends a shock wave. You just wake up.
Somebody's asking for if it has a name, the healing method.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that is. Gua shui. I'm trying to, yeah. I think they all have the similar idea. I think you just have to find something that works for you. If you could find something that works for you, that's what matters. Okay.
I think they're asking if you have a name for what you're doing, and I know some people have asked you qigong before, and you said in one sense of the word it is, right?
Okay. The reason why I don't give it a name is because I'm using it as a vehicle to get to where I want to go. Okay, I'm hoping that all of you will eventually understand the importance of taking care of your body and understanding the importance of the body, the chi, and then ultimately the mind. And so I'm actually all about the mind ultimately, how to let go of the mind. So that's really getting into the meditation part. Unfortunately, you got to get this part first, because in meditation, the two things that happen very commonly is one is called lazy Zen, and one is called monkey Zen. Lazy Zen is you have no vitality. You just sit there and you fall asleep, and it's a good rest, and you pay good money for half an 15, 20 minutes worth of sleep. The other one is that you stay awake, but your mind is so busy, and you just go all over the place. So that's called the monkey. We call that the monkey Zen. So those are two of the five hindrances. So I just give it a name. I just call it mindful fitness / meditation. I don't know of anyone who teaches us the same way. Even my master, our master, doesn't teach it the same way, right, Josh?
There's all kinds of different variations. I know we didn't do the last of the 5 breathing exercises, but I've seen that done, I don't know,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 different
I mean, the
ways.
5 breathing exercise, once you sit down to do it's much more challenging, right? Okay, if there is a little shoulder pain when doing the arm exercise for the carpal tunnel and shoulder feels painful before we get to 50, do we work up to 50? All right. I'm 65. I still have frozen shoulder. But the sorry, Josh. But the point about pain is important. The point about pain is important. I don't want anyone to embrace pain. So like if it's very painful, I don't want you to just keep doing it and make it, like as if that's gonna get better just because you keep doing it. I don't want anyone to embrace pain. I also don't want people to avoid pain. So if you have something that hurts and you avoid it, that just makes it worse. In meditation, when I teach meditation, I make the distinction between pain and suffering. Pain is the body telling you that is pain. Suffering is your mind. Okay? So I don't want you to suffer. I don't want you to suffer. you can do the exercise we do. If it's painful for you, just dial it back. Dial it back. But thinking that I'm going to improve every day. I'll do a little bit more because the pain is not going to improve by itself, okay? And yeah, I'm going to do a little bit more, okay? Until you get better, okay? But you got to take charge of that. Carpal tunnel, you know, you go to the doctor, they're going to inject steroid. That's all they're going to do. You don't want that. You don't want that, okay? Because that doesn't fix the problem. I know that. I have family that did that. I'm wondering if this will help with a weak bladder. Okay, so the one that helps with a weak bladder is that you have to understand that the Chinese medicine think of the bladder and the kidney as one pair. So you can't just say, I want to fix the bladder without worry about the kidney. Okay, so the bladder and the kidney is one pair. The liver and the spleen is the liver and the gallbladder, and then the stomach and the spleen. So the two exercises that we do in the morning that really helps, and I do it because my mom has problems. So the bladder and the kidney, they don't separate. So if you have bladder infection like my mom often would get, or if you find yourself having to go to the bathroom a couple of times or even one time during the night, or the opposite of that is if the kidney is losing function, so you're losing a lot of vitality through the urine, so that your feet are very, very cold and doesn't seem to get warm. You got to use hot water bottle and all that. There are two places where you can do. One is right here. Okay, so this is a place where 5 of the 6 energy lines that originate with your feet goes through here. This is the bottleneck. So things like the stomach, the spleen, the liver, the gallbladder, and the kidney. Just not the bladder. But working on the kidney will help the bladder. So you stand with the feet just facing forward around the width of your shoulder. You lower your knees so that the calf and the thigh takes over. The heat will come up. So this is called the yang, and this is called the yin. You put your hands on your hip because you need to focus. And then you slide down until you find this soft spot where there's nothing there. There's no organ, no bone, no muscle. This is the spot. And then you just massage in circle. That takes care of many, many problems. Okay, the other one, just for the bladder, is right here. Right here, in the back of your knee. The fingers on the side, the thumb on the side, the fingers in the back, and you just go like this. That's the bladder. Okay, and this is the kidney. They work in pairs. And by the way, you notice that the 12 vital organs doesn't include any of the reproductive organ. The Chinese, they don't think of that as separate organ. Okay?
I think you missed one, Denny, with the thanks for that, by the way. The kidney point in the foot. I think it looks like somebody's asking if they're both on the same spot on the right and left foot, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're symmetrical. They're symmetrical. And the other one is really good also. I just forgot about the kidney and that we do in the morning is that you stand on your toes, focus on the top of the head, and you stand on the toes like you do in ballet. And when you come down, you impact the heel just a little bit. Because the heel is where the bladder starts. It starts in the heel and it goes to the back of the knee. Okay? Okay, so T said that he just figured out, did you see that? What does that mean?
That was from the previous comment. He couldn't think of the name of the healing technique he was maybe comparing yours to, and now that's what he remembered.
Okay, so let me see if I understand that. This is traditional Chinese medicine. Sometimes it confuses me when they're in English. I wish I know what the... Okay, I will do my homework and And if it's any relevance, I would include that next week. Yeah, it confuses me when I see only the English and not the Chinese.
June asked if, like 7 minutes ago or what practices or exercises help. I can't remember exactly what that was referring to, which, if she could chime in again, possibly.
Oh, oh, 正骨. That's what it is. 正骨. That's a little bit different. 正骨is when you hurt your back and then they know how to push it. It's a little bit like Chinese chiropractor, if you will, except that it's very different. I think that's what it means. Okay, that's different. What I like to do is self healing. Okay, that's a little bit different. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yeah. So this one you go to a specialist, and they spend the whole life doing that. Okay. I'm sorry, Josh. What did you say? I was looking up. I was doing Google search.
Oh, that's okay. I was seeing if June was still here. She was asking about what practice exercises help, and I can't remember exactly what that was in reference to.
Uh-huh. I think we covered pretty much everything, right?
That's pretty much all. We'll wrap this up.
Okay. Well, we got 195 meditators. Wow.
Cool. Thanks everybody for joining and donation.
Thank you for the donation on behalf of Mid America Buddhist Association. Okay. All right. I'm a little bit off today for good reason. But everything turned out okay. So no one, everyone is fine. Everyone is fine. Okay. So, all right. So just remember, you're not alone. If you have to take care of someone and you're a provider, you're not alone. Okay. It's a very, very lonely business, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Both Josh and I have the similar experience taking care of our grandparents and so forth. All right.
Yes, and thanks for everybody taking the time out for your own self-care as well, so we're able to help other people if we need to.
Yeah, this is good. This is very good energy. This is really, really good energy. I am so hyped by this, okay? I am the beneficiary. I benefit from you guys. Don't think the other way around, okay? We benefit from each other.
Yes, and it's a nice balance.
Yeah. I get a lot of we've been doing this sit down practice now. This is the third week, and surprisingly, I get a lot of direct message from people who are taking care of people. One lady said that her 80-something-year-old relative, I assume that's her grandmother, was getting ready for surgery, but she's too weak, and so the doctor says you have to get better, and so she thought that these just simple breathing exercise already help a lot, and so I share with her my technique, which I used this morning with my dad. You just find a place where you can sit behind them and have them lean against you, the back touching your heart, so they can actually feel your heartbeat. And then you just wrap around and you hold their hand and you just like take one of the two exercises that we do and just go up and down, and then you whisper, say breathe in and breathe out, and then they just it's like this trigger, and it's just trigger for good. They just get over their hum, and then they can now it's like cranking the engine, and then all of a sudden they start to do something on their own. It's good. It's really good.
Very cool.
Okay.
Points out that caregivers need care too. So.
Yeah.
And there's so much gratitude and thanks, blessings coming in, and same backs. Amplify this and share this with everybody.
Yeah. That's good. Thanks, Josh.
You're welcome.
Okay, everyone. Good night. And if you have time, try to follow the video. At least practice every other day. Okay. And then after a while, you realize that we do exactly the same thing every time. But you just get better and better. You just have a more profound understanding of what's going on. And again, to summarize, we're not here to to teach. I don't think of myself as someone who's teaching as much as I'm thinking of myself as a co-practitioner. And we are all here to experience. Okay, you have to experience. You have to experience. Yeah.
And one of the benefits of everything being the same is you can notice, paying attention to the gradual differences, the tiny little differences each time. Not exactly the same every time, right?
No. Actually, ultimately, as your mind calms down, a whole world opens to you. That's really true. That's my experience. Okay. All right. Time to go. Bye bye. See you next week. Take care. Work hard. Okay.